Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I'm the Mysterious JG, and I thought, I think that might have been a text from Bobo. It was not. It was a text about my taxes. Huzzah. So now, Miriam, our heroine, I like Miriam. I like this truck. I like Miriam. Like, she doesn't have a ton of personality, but she's generally just depicted as being competent, reasonably, confident without, being stupid confident, and reasonably competent, and determined to achieve her objectives. That's a nice, positive role model for, a female protagonist to have. But she's, in some ways, the least interesting character in the entire game, just because she's kind of generically out to win for great justice. Dominique and Alfred. Alfred is one of the more mysterious characters. We're not sure what he's about. We do know that he's Batman's butler, so perhaps we're about to find out that Dominique is Batman's maid. Let's see.
This was your proposal, Exorcist? Explain yourself.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
I should have been there. But you broke your word as well when you laid that trap for me.
I wasn't about to allow the book to fall into your hands.
She seems pretty trustworthy.
Why would I want it?
Revenge, perhaps? For your parents.
Okay, all kinds of backstory, I guess, getting revealed here.
Someone has been putting ideas in your head.
And I know it's not you, because you're not capable of coming up with ideas.
Miriam.
Huh?
Oh man, you've ruined our conversation.
No, wait!
Oops, I guess I cut that off early. Ah! Oh, she looks angry.
I would have preferred you not see that.
But I'll just zip up my pants and we'll act like you never saw it.
So the trap Alfred laid was for you?
Well, I guess he got us.
Yes, and that's why I sent Zangetsu to deal with it.
But I dealt with it, so haha.
He has the power to stop Alfred from teleporting.
That would have been handy, but I didn't need it.
I thought he might be able to contain Alfred, while we dealt with our bigger problems here.
It makes sense. But what was all that about your parents? Revenge?
How does it make sense? We don't really know what Alfred is doing. We assume it's something bad, but we don't really know. I don't know why you would trust Dominique over Alfred or vice versa, other than the fact that Dominique is like your shopkeeper, I suppose. I mean, the only character in this that I really trust is Johannes. He seems like he's legitimately, A, he seems like he's quasi got a thing for Miriam, and B, he just, if nothing else, from the bad end, we know he's actually on our side.
I don't want you to get the wrong idea, so I suppose I had better tell you. My parents were exorcists, like me.
I was actually one of two creepy twin girls who stood next to each other in the hallway going la 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 la.
But during the demon outpouring 10 years ago, they were killed in battle. So I have my reasons for hating demons, and that accursed book.
Yeah, I always found Trouble River to be a really boring book. When I was a kid in elementary school, I had to read a book called Trouble River, which I hated having to read it because I didn't want to read it. I was forced to read it. It might have been a pretty good book. I just remember thinking it sucked.
I'm so sorry. You must hate us all for it.
You're not a demon. Why? You are not to blame for any of this, Miriam.
I let go of the hatred years ago. All that matters now is that I gain control of the Liber Logaeth and prevent it from ever being used for evil again.
By using it for evil myself.
All right. I'll help you.
Thank you. I'll do all I can for you in return.
Pleased to meet you. Thank you. Anyway, running clothesline. I think this might be the place where we finally get the whip crystal. Whip mastery or whatever it would be called. Yeah, there's some, unpleasant game mechanics at work here. So honestly, let's get out of here and just put this off just until we go back and check a couple of treasure chests before we get here. Like, we'll be back here before the video's out, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. But I want to basically hit that teleport, come down here, and explore that little incomplete area there. God, for crying out loud. I don't even care about taking him out for revenge. I just want to get done with this nonsense. And if I want any consistency about how I grind, I'm actually going to need to grind against those freaking clams at some point to get their passive crystal. Typically, as we've already noted, you get like up to level 5 or 6 of rank with a crystal by using the drops and rare drops from the enemy that drops the crystal itself, and then usually something fancier that you can't get just by fighting that enemy will be required to rank it up all the way to 9, so it becomes a passive shard. As you've seen, we killed quite a few of those aqua horses. We have yet to pick up on screen, as far as I know, the item drop that I can eventually use to break the game's economy by creating a whole bunch of them and not using as much gold as it should take, and then melting them down for more gold than I used to make them. And I say I'm going to break the economy. This is not all of this is techniques that other people figured out and that I read about on the interwebs. I'm not claiming credit for having invented any of this. Well, maybe there's nothing for me to do up here yet. I thought there would be something I could do. Got a lot of fried fish from these treasure chests, I tell you. Oh. Okay, never mind. This place doesn't look like I thought it did at all. We're going to need a movement technique we don't have yet. I believe we're going to have to reverse gravity to get up there. I mean, I could be wrong if there's some reflective surface I missed in here, but... And there is no such thing as jumping and shooting off your laser in midair in this. So, alright, back to the Sorcery Lab. Thought we could do some other stuff first, but nope, it's back to the Sorcery Lab. That's not the right place, JG. I think I screwed up. Oh, maybe not. No, this is where I'm supposed to go. Okay. It's just a little farther to go to get there than I realized. Man, I got 2 item drops. I thought for a minute I might actually get it. Nope. Well, I got a crystal. Although I think I've already farmed all those crystals. It's Skilla. And a tag team partner, Charybdis. Aquatic blood. Scary. Yeah. Okay. Continuing on along. So if that thing hits you, you take significant damage, as you might think. Oh, and the crystal or the spikes up there are also not great for your health. So there's a little bit of like 8-bit kind of mechanics going on here. Okay, that's apparently a demon that we need to kill for somebody's benefit. Dark Elemental. They drop dark matter, which shows up in a couple of alchemical recipes. Primarily a ludicrous amount of dark matter. That's a teleporter right here. Okay, well, at least we can get back here conveniently. Yeah, I think these are the ones that we need to beat to get the, well, that'll be darkness, resistance, I would imagine. It's a dark elemental. Yep, resist darkness. Okay. Oh, journal. Can I see what it says?
Gable's efforts have supplied us with a large quantity of shards. Now that the children are well trained, we've begun shard binding experiments to great success. One girl in particular, Miriam, seems to have boundless potential, both in terms of how many shards she can wield and to what magnitude. If my calculations are correct, then this mechanical noise in the background is going to drive me nuts. We've finally amassed enough crystal to perform the great demon summoning. It has been a long and arduous path, but we soon will reach the end. My old friend continues to oppose the ritual. However, to gain much, we must sacrifice much. It is the most basic principle of alchemy.
So it looks like we got somebody who wants to summon powerful demons. Somebody else, some silly, overcautious ninny, thinks summoning powerful demons might not be a good idea. There's some mahogany. Here's a chair. Oh, it looks like an electric chair. It's in the electric chair. What could go wrong? Apparently, sitting in the electric chair is just fine. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. I think those guys dropped the whip mastery crystal. And even though I like the idea of using a whip because it feels more Castlevania-y, it's not actually a particularly awesome weapon. It's got like decent speed. There's things with better range. There's things with better power. It's kind of a middle-of-the-road type of weapon. Okay, well. Game feels generous with save points, but I guess that's just because we, this might not be a very big area, you know. And there appears to be, like, industrial effluence running around this area, so that's not that great. Actually, no, this is a boss right here. Okay. Well, sure, I guess. Bosses are suddenly coming fast and furious here. This is probably going to give us some awesome new mobility. Oh, it's a copy of Miriam. Ow. Ow. I think it's better off just shooting at her with she's doing some real damage with some of them fancy techniques I don't bother to use. Ow. Summoning dragons, for example. Getting stuck in walls. I think I just need to let the poison kill her. I thought I could stay away. Ow. I'm doing a lot more damage per hit than she was. Shadow Tracer. Create a shadow double. Well, as fun as that sounds, I'm not sure how that really helps me with, where would that even be? Manipulative? Shadow Tracer. More shadow clones. I mean, it seems kind of cool, but I'm not sure how useful it really is. I don't remember ever having used that in my off-screen playthrough of this game. So there's a secret sorcery lab. Wasn't there like a regular sorcery lab before? This is the secret one. Talk with the wolf. You get the fuck over here, you jerk. Let me murder you. Well, what do we want to do? Advance or... I guess we'd better advance. The, Sacred Shade. Temporarily increase your stats. That's one, again, I could grind for that, but... I'm already grinding for way too many things. I'm trying to concentrate on the passives. Now, in a previous room, we left behind an enemy that we need to kill for What's-Her-Face's quest. So let's get Lasertron reactivated here. That gives us spiked breastplate. I don't know just how bad these hurt, but they hurt. So, having avoided them without taking a hit was a good thing. Okay, never mind. You're the enemy that I need to be getting. I need to kill at least 2 more of them before I quit out of this area, because I don't think that enemy recurs in other zones. Let's just kill this one twice to be sure. That way I don't have to worry about whether it's going to show up in any more rooms. And Queen Tears, Queen Tail, one of those two I think is something that'll level up something we've already got. So we've killed enough of them. They still haven't dropped their passive crystal. If I really, really want it, I'll worry about that off screen. Oh, and there's more of them over here anyway, so I don't need to go back for that one. It's an interesting little room. With a cut versus ring in it. Feel like we already had one of those. Yep, it's the one that makes enemies drop gold, and I prefer the Plunderer's ring. Okay, it's a fun little zone. Beast Killer, it's up against them. Us against them. Whip expertise. Okay, that's what I thought. Now that enemy can do damage to if you just hang around and watch it for a while, but it's really slow to attack. The giant kitty cat. like to... It's too close to hit it there. I'm trying to get it. I want to kill these guys because of... they drop a passive crystal that I want. I guess giant monster cat is something that would make sense to have in the Sorcery Lab. It's bothering me now that that area up above is open like that. There's nothing indicating there's a way in there, but it feels like there should be. See if we can stand that. Right, another whip crystal. See, it made a toxic storm there. Did you see that? You might not even have noticed it. Meanwhile, there doesn't seem to be anything where we can slide into... See, this is where it looks like it might be. If it was there, and it isn't. Okay, I guess it's just really not there. Oh, what the hell, man? Alright. Ow. She whipped it into shape. Shaped it up. Go straight. Go forward. Move ahead. Etc. It's not too late. Dark metamorphosis for dark elemental. And I'm just running on fumes here. I got nothing to say. Just kind of wandering through a not particularly fascinating zone. I guess we're at the end of it now, so we'll have a whole new zone ahead of us. A whole new zone. Don't you dare close your eyes. Inferno Cave. Oh, we might be closing in on the end of this game now. I know there's a couple areas after this, but yeah, we're getting into where like we're gonna start getting the materials that'll let us fully rank up some of our fancier, schmancier stuff. I also remember this is a place where I had trouble and was getting murdered periodically. So if I experience no challenge in here whatsoever, it'll be further evidence of over-leveled while grinding for stuff. It's the fire elementals. They're not that easy for us to hit, and they actually cast fire in ways that are pretty effective. Like big blasts of it from below that you aren't going to easily avoid. And not a one of those guys dropped. But I mean, we already know what's going to be. Its crystal is going to be resist fire. That's not really a question. I definitely remember this area, though. This is one, I think we're going to get reverse gravity soon, because I believe this area is set up to be really difficult to navigate without it. And then with it, you suddenly have access to all sorts of cool shit you didn't have before. Lava hurts, as you might guess. Rather badly, too. And like part of this level for me was just finding places where you have room to maneuver and killing off the enemies that will chase you around and make your life a living hell. Like, for example, this guy. We want to fight him while we're here and not while we're trying to jump around. Okay. I wasn't sure if those things were temporary or permanent. Like, would they drop you after a certain amount of time? Ouch. Volcano Morts. Oh, got some curry powder. I guess it's a scorching hot zone, so curry. I guess maybe that makes sense in somebody's mind. I don't think we're meant to be able to get to the loot that's up there with our current mobility. But, just in case, let's take a peek and see if there's a really clever use of this technique that would have helped us, and no, there isn't. I think you have to reverse gravity and then use lasertron techniques. Oh, boy. Okay, let's not get too close to that thing, because it'll do fire damage, melee damage, all the damage. Curry powder, soap, excite. You're gonna drop some, ooh. You at least gonna have the decency to drop some, dragon eggs for us? There we go! Oh, found something good about this place after all. Oh, great. More flyers. Blood bugs. Well, you are a mimic, sir. That's not nice. Okay. Well, I'm fighting with a fire weapon down here, and as I think about it, that might not be that bright. We now have the Gondo Shidanori. Have I got something that's just, Steel Lightning? Ah, here we go. Great Sword imbued with the power of ice. That is the weapon I'm going to want to use while I'm down here, I'm thinking. Because these enemies are going to be weak against ice, right? I mean, come on. Come on. Okay, this is just not an inviting place to be at all. A lethality ring. Favorite ring of lethal feline. Ring that increases the damage you inflict with critical hits. Sounds pretty neat. So yeah, we are in Hell, and we will continue exploring Hell, or at least the Inferno Caverns, which, you know, between their fiery enemies and their enemies that suck out your blood and will to live, it seems pretty hellish to me. But we will explore it further next time. I'm Serious TG. Thanks for watching. See you then. Bye-bye.